All right, thank you so much for that, Henry. An Alabama man charged in a shooting inside a Minot bar in February is now expected to change his plea Monday, right before he was supposed to stand trial. That change of plea hearing for 40-year-old Theophorus Drake comes days after the courts issued a warrant for his arrest after prosecutors said they had proof he violated his bond by leaving the state. The courts also denied a motion for his attorney to withdraw from the case. He was supposed to stand trial beginning Tuesday. Prosecutors say Drake is expected to turn himself in before that plea hearing. Investigators say Drake opened fire inside the Dakota Lounge in southwest Minot shortly before close the morning of February 4th. One person suffered serious injuries, and a bystander was treated and released the same day.